Greetings and welcome to Live from the Show for CED. I'm Stuart Schley. We are at the SCT's Cable-Tec Expo 2014, Denver, Colorado, and honestly, no visit to a Cable-Tec Expo would be complete without sitting down with the high priest and savant of verification in and around the cable industry, Cyrille Morelle.
Stuart,
President,
nice to see you again.
President and CEO of VeEX. We're sort of making a habit of having these conversations, but I always learn a lot when I talk to you. And
thank you.
There's a penetrating question that I think everybody wants to know about you, which is why are you wearing those yellow glasses?
Well, my vision is still okay, and I don't know how long it's going to be, but it's still okay. One of the reasons I'm wearing these glasses is actually we're bringing vision to the network. This is a new platform, but actually you probably can see in the background that allow you to do visibility in your network in totally different ways with forward return, MPEG analysis, Ethernet, and now optical.
Talk a little bit about the big picture, these incremental improvements you guys continue to make. Why are they important to this industry?
Well, if you look at vision, one of the things that is the most costly for any service provider is the dispatch of technician. So what you want to do is when you dispatch a technician, you want to dispatch it to the right area, to the right place where he can fix the problem the fastest and make sure that he fixes the problem in a way that it doesn't come back 24 hours later. Okay. And vision brings you that to you because it has mapping, so you can see exactly where the fault is, you can see where the actives are defecting, and we bring the intelligence into your visibility.
You explained, it was a fascinating explanation. You can determine the physical location of a problem area in the plant, and you do it all the time with your equipment.
Yes.
Okay. How does it work?
Well, essentially what we do, we have a probes by your position of just using software, and the probe analyzes the RF and do reverse engineering on this RF to go back to the packet level to understand the modems and to understand how they transmit. And based on that, we look at the equalizers tab that transport the micro reflection. And based on the micro reflection, we can see where we have a fault.
We're going to talk about what's going on in the industry, but I want to talk about the company a little bit because you guys never rest. You've made a couple of acquisitions that kind of fortify the line. Talk about those.
Yes, so this year in June again, after last year acquiring Sunrise, this year we acquired Adgizer. That is an optical test company, and OpticSoft, that is a software test company that does a lot of cloud type services. And they're both based in Europe, and that brings us a totally new portfolio that was kind of missing in our portfolio, that is the optical piece, and everybody's going optics anyway. So that brings us OTDR, optical spectrum analyzer, power meter, light sources, and a few more things as well that we're working on.
You can't not talk about DOCSIS 3.1 when you come to the Cable-Tec Expo. What's kind of your view and outlook of deployment status and where that technology stands and what it means for you guys?
Well, DOCSIS 3.1, I mean, I love it. I mean, like the people that are involved in that are so bright. I mean, it's I feel like a little guy, you know, being able to participate with these people on what they're doing. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun for the industry. It's really going to bring you a very big bandwidth to the home. But I think also we need to be realistic. You know, Rome was not built in one day, or Paris was not built in one day. But I think we're going to see 2016 probably you start to really see some deployment and so forth. In the meantime, you still need to fight the always demanding bandwidth. And one of the things that we did is actually we released a new cable modem in our test product that allow you to bond 24 downstream and 8 upstream that will bring you the bonding speed about 1 gig downstream.
Right. And what implications does that have for where you're going to go going forward with your equipment and your technology line?
Well, if you look with DOCSIS 3.1, there's a lot of things that are built in. You know, we learn a lot from the PNM days with DOCSIS 3, and there's a lot of PNM that is built in DOCSIS 3.1, so people would probably say, well, it's going to be bad luck for you guys because you're not going to sell test and measurement, but this is not the case. You know, when you go to DOCSIS 3.1, you need to go all the way to 1.2 gigahertz now from your plant, from 1 gigahertz. You got to test this piece that you're missing that has never been swept before. It doesn't matter you're on node plus 0, you still need to sweep that piece to verify that you have no attenuation. Then the big thing is now, if I give you a 10 gigabit pipe to your home and you're paying for it, I'm sure the next question you're gonna say, can you show me that it's really 10 gigabit? Then you're gonna have a lot of speed verification. So now you're gonna go to the application layer. And you still need, you know, when everything is good and everything is awesome, everything is green, everybody's happy. But when it's red, you know, how do you do? PNM is great if you can talk to the modem. If the modem doesn't reply to you, how do you do it? You still need tools.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, I think the stakes here are even higher for
Yes.
proactive maintenance with DOCSIS in a 1 gigabit and a DOCSIS 3.1.
But the industry is changing definitely, and it's good because it's opportunities.
We talked about the vision theme at the outset. How else is that playing out in your company, and what else is going on that we haven't kind of addressed or touched on?
Well, one of the things, so we have a couple of new products that are being developed right now in the line of DOCSIS 3.1. We do have a 100 gig platform that is actually is going into smaller platform as well. We're reducing the cost. We have Vision that is a very big product that we're pushing out, and customers that have been trialing it, and it's already deploying a couple of MSOs, and they're very happy with it. And we continue on building on it because this is the future.
I think one of the interesting dimensions of Vision is the mapping component. Can you
Yes.
just talk about that a little bit?
Well, the mapping is actually, first of all, we do it a couple of ways. So we work with other companies that provide mapping because MSOs didn't wait for VeEX to have mapping. So we interface with them and we get the maps from them. Or if you are a smaller MSO, you do not have mapping, we can provide you the mapping because we do have this capability as well. And that is to show you, a friend of mine say that the mapping is the future because visualization of the streets, of the plant, of a modem is really how you can determine the problem. When you start to see in a 3D map all your little modem that are in the different homes, you can see the colors, if they are red, green, or orange, depending on the performance, that really helps you to visualize the network and have an idea where the faults are.
It's kind of clear that going forward, visibility into the network, vision at large, to use your parlance, is a critical part of running a broadband system, a cable network going forward. Last question is, what's exciting you right now about this industry?
Well, the technology, the fact that actually even being a smaller company, if you put us in place with some of our competitors, we still have the ability to be challengeable. We can challenge them and we can actually gain market shares. And all these things, when you have people that integrate your product into their daily life and it's become their tool belt, and they give you feedback saying, I cannot live without my VeEX meter. They don't call it a VeEX meter, but we call it the VeEX meter. That is warm my heart because we do something for them that is great. And they are doing their job, they can do their job because of us. And there's nothing better than that.
Your enthusiasm is always captivating. I always enjoy talking with you and kind of getting a sense of where the industry stands in proactive maintenance and now visibility into the network. For CED with Cyrille Morelle, the President and CEO of VeEX, I'm Stuart Schley. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.